Driving steel casing may be required to keep the borehole from caving in while drilling a water well with a cable tool rig. Examples of such conditions include drilling in gravel and sand, drilling through clay with standing water that liquefies the clay, or drilling in cobbles. Any kind of loose soil condition should be supported with casing to avoid caving in of the borehole and losing your drill stem. The casing will be driven until it hits bedrock, after which the balance of the well will be drilled open hole. The casing diameter should be just large enough for the drill bit to fit through the casing, and it's very important that a drive shoe is securely welded to the bottom of the casing so that the casing doesn't bend when a rock is encountered. To drive casing, you'll need the following pieces of equipment. You'll need first the casing elevator, which is comprised of both halves. You'll need two of these elevators. You'll need a set of drive clamps that clamp onto the drill stem and pound on the casing. You'll need a chain to hold your casing in place. And you'll need a drive shoe, which is hardened steel to avoid bending of the end of the pipe when it's driven through the earth. And of course, last of all, you're going to need your steel casing. In this case, we have 7-inch steel. The first step is to securely weld the drive shoe to the bottom end of the casing. The next step is to fasten your elevator to the other end of the casing so it can be hauled up into position and dropped into the hole. Hook the sand line to your casing elevator. Raise the casing slowly so it doesn't swing into the operator. The casing is very heavy and could cause major injury if raised too quickly and allowed to swing on the sand line cable. Notice we use two large wood blocks on either side of the borehole to stop the casing from dropping any further. Try to align the casing on top of each other in preparation to weld the two joints together. Each section of casing will be securely welded all the way around. We now attach our casing drive clamps to the drill stem to prepare for pounding the casing into the ground. The drive clamps pound against the casing, driving it into the ground. The drive clamps tend to flatten out the top or the rim of the casing and make for a good connection in the event that you have a rough cut from a gas cutting torch. Make sure you leave a casing elevator on the casing so that you avoid losing your casing down the hole if you hit a pocket of air. In this example, we've driven 50 feet of steel casing down the borehole until it contacted bedrock. At Lifewater Drilling Technology, this concludes our tutorial of how to drive steel casing. see us at www.lifewaterdrillingtechnology.com.